I'm Rob Grusho. We're in Stuben County, down in Cohogton, New York. I'm here with John Wallace. John used NutriPlant products this year on corn, kidney beans, and potatoes, and we just wanted to, talk to John a little bit on how the products worked for him this year.
Basically, the first thing we started doing this year was we started planting corn and put NutriPlant SD on that, and that goes right in the seed box as a dry product, and you mix that in, and started with corn and using that, and then I put it on my potatoes as well, and that was the liquid, and we put that right in furrow as we planted. And then I also used it on kidney beans this year. The NutriPlant SD was a powder product just like the corn, and put that in the seed box when we planted. And after we got the planting done, we kind of went around and observed the emergence and everything, and Rob was very accommodating when he came down. I saw him quite a bit this summer and fall, and we went around to the fields that we had the test plots on and checked the emergence, and all the emergences looked good. The stands looked pretty decent. The NutriPlant had a little bit better stands in the corn and the kidney beans as well as the potatoes. After we kind of got through that stage, we as the plants got bigger, we run around and we dug up plants to see the root growth and everything. And I had a test plot with my potatoes that had the Czech NutriPlant SL and Black Label product, and we went around and did checks with those and tests in August, and we dug 10 foot of potatoes, and we put the tubers in a bag and weighed them and counted the tubers, and the Czech had, I believe it was
75 tubers hit the Czech had, and if I remember right,
17 and a half pounds, I think it was.
Yep, 17 and a half, or 17.25 pounds.
Yep.
The Black Label had 105 tubers,
Yep.
and that was 19 and a half pounds. And the NutriPlant SL had 95 tubers, and that weighed 20 and a half pounds.
Yeah. So the biggest thing was with the NutriPlant, it had less tubers, but the weight was more, and that's the way we sell potatoes is by the hundredweight, by the 100 pounds, and so we picked up weight there using the NutriPlant. As we were harvesting other things, the biggest thing to me was to get more trials done so I can see that NutriPlant works better every time. And we did it with the beans. We weighed the beans, and we did about 2 acres with the beans.
Yeah, it was about an acre and a half. The trial was with the beans. The corn was an acre trial, and on the corn we had a 5 bushel increase on corn. Split the planter, did a side-by-side trial, and same thing with the beans. John split the planter, did side-by-side trials, and harvested it. The beans was about an acre and a half trial. The beans netted 107 pounds more, which net profit is about $33 more an acre. The corn was a 5 bushel increase. If we looked at the potatoes, as far as the increase on the potatoes go, the Black Label was a 13% increase over the Czech, and the NutriPlant was an 18.8% increase over the Czech, or almost 6% increase over the Black Label. And NutriPlant SL is actually less expensive, about almost half the cost of what the Black Label is. So
another big thing while we were doing the kidney beans, this year was a little bit wetter during the summer, and the plants got a lot bigger at the start, and we had more issues with mold with the side-by-side trials with the NutriPlant and the Czech. I observed that there was less white mold in the kidney beans, which plays a big role when you go to sell them. Your pick's a lot higher if you got more mold in there, and with the NutriPlant I saw it made a big difference on the mold. You could also see that before we harvested them when you went into the field, kind of checking 10-foot spots where the mold was in there, and it seemed like NutriPlant was a little bit less than the Czech, which makes a big difference.
So through using the NutriPlant products, John, better plant health, better root systems. The end result is this year on all 3 crops, the potatoes, the kidney beans, and the field corn, you're going to have net profits in all those areas. And you know, for a product to come out and perform, we've had an exceptional growing year this year as far as heat units go. To have a product that still adds yield on a exceptional growing year is what this product is designed to do, is consistently give you better results over time. And I know the working relationship that we'll have is going to show that over time, that NutriPlant consistently will put more money in your pocket. And that's what Grusho International wants to do, you know, is make you guys more profitable through using better quality products that perform consistently over time.
That was the biggest thing for me, is NutriPlant wasn't very expensive, and this is the first year I've ever tried it, and for price wise I thought it was a good product to at least try out, and I liked comparing it with the black label, and probably do that again next year, just on different crops. Maybe try some black label on some corn and kidney beans and compare that with the NutriPlant again. And I'd like to get tanks set up on my corn planter so I could try to use the NutriPlant liquid instead of the dry. I think it'll be a little less, a little bit easier to handle, and supposedly by other trials that they've done, the liquid actually boosts your yield a little bit more than the dry does, and so that'd be something that I'd like to try next year. And I'd like to do a few more trials just to make sure that the NutriPlant is outperforming everything else. That's the biggest thing with me, just as any other grower would want to know. You know, every year you want it to be consistent and work for you every year, and put more money in your pocket.
All right. I'm again here with John Wallace in Cohogton, New York, down in Stuben County. We're talking about how John used the products this year. And again, what Grusho International is about is bringing you quality products that are going to perform better for you. And we'll see you next time.